and then other people sort of, jump in and take him. So
that's amazing.
yeah,
Good.
yeah,
That's good.
Prolific,
I mean,
prolific, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good man.
We are live people.
Are we now? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? That's so clearly using my phone. I never remember to get an audio setup going before this video. I could just as easily take an extra 10 minutes to figure out how to get audio on my computer into this video, into the stream.
What have you been doing the last 10 minutes, Antoine?
The last 10 minutes?
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Looking at 1986 box office releases.
Yeah.
Oh, why is that? See, what's that going into the show?
I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because we saw a movie the other night. Our buddy John, friend of the show, also member of the show, who couldn't make it tonight, had people over for a bad movie night. And he showed us a 1986 classic. And what movie was that, you might ask? Was it Top Gun? No. I don't know if people even consider that a bad movie. Was it Karate Kid Part 2? Was it, I'm looking at a list over here, was it Spies Like Us? Was it Psycho 3? No, it was none of those movies. I'll show you what movie it was.
Across the sea of stars lies another world, a world almost exactly like ours. This is where he lives. He's 27 years old, single but searching. Favorite sports, windsurfing and Aikido. Favorite pastimes, cigars and sex. He has everything except fulfillment. And then one night, it happens.
Hey, good buddy, are you home?
He has a very sudden midlife crisis. He lands in Cleveland.
You do know why you were sent to me?
Listen to me, small visitor. I can explain how you got here.
Maybe you're here for some greater purpose, some cosmic cause.
Here, he's forced to reassess his career goals.
You went to med school?
To explore new relationships. To redefine his self-image.
I'm sorry, we don't allow pets on the premises.
To adjust to a changing lifestyle.
Oh, pull it out!
Until he discovers just who he really is.
Oh, no.
A duck in big trouble.
That's a duck, man.
Howard the Duck, trapped in a world he never made. Coming from George Lucas, a Willard Hike film, a Gloria Katz production.
That's right. Howard the Duck, a movie I had never seen until just recently, though I have seen that cover art for years, right? It was always something I was like, as I was looking at random movies, it was on the list somewhere. What is this movie? Didn't look like anything. From George Lucas. We got to throw his name on there right at the end. But yeah, we watched this movie, and I think we're just gonna sort of debrief. We're gonna sort of just give our thoughts, kind of walk through what happened, because it is quite a movie. It came out in 1986, based on a Marvel Comics character, Howard the Duck.
Amazing.
Produced by George Lucas. Directed by Huck. What's his name? Wait, I lost it. Willard Huck. Starring Leah Thompson of Caroline in the City fame.
Mm-hmm. That's how I remember her.
Jeffrey Jones.
She's alive still.
Tim Robbins.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, it was a flop. It was a commercial failure when it dropped. I think the look of the duck was off-putting to people. The story was crass and confusing. And it had some competition that year. Like I said, Top Gun came out that year. Fly the Navigator, Crocodile Dundee, Aliens, The Color Purple, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like it was a tough year. It's a tough year for a duck. But what did you guys think? Let's just start from general thoughts on the movie. Well, actually, before I get that, Tandy, you are pretty familiar with this movie.
Yeah.
Why don't you share your history
with how was it? You're talking like I worked key grip or something. I had a small role. No, I was merely a teenage kid with cable at home, and I think it was on HBO or one of the movie channels, because I don't believe we went to the theater to see that. Because I also remember seeing it over and over, as was very popular then, because you watched the movie every time it came on. So I'd seen Howard several times, and much like many things in life, bologna sandwiches used to be good. Now you can't get that at a sandwich shop, right? Tastes change, things change. It just doesn't make sense, and that's exactly how I feel, or how I felt watching the movie the other night. Like, what was this? what was I doing as a teen? What's this?
What was this indeed?
Oh, sir.
So when you came back to it, what stood out to you?
Oh man, just how bad it was. I don't think I was able to, because everything looked like, a lot of things and films looked like that. Back then, the punk rock, you had those the punk rock type character, hey man, those city scenes, hey man, where you going, all of that stuff was that very cookie cutter for what was going on at the time, so it didn't seem unusual to me.
Did they all look like they came straight out of theater college? like they just got off a Broadway set?
No, I don't think anybody was acting as hard as everybody in Howard the Duck was acting. but it's just, it felt, at that time, it felt familiar. There was nothing unusual about it other than there's a person in a duck costume. That's the main character. And I think that was our attraction.
Okay. Was it a movie that all of your friends were familiar with too, that you sort of talked about, and do you remember that?
I don't recall that being like a big thing, but I just remember that, we watched, my brother and I watched it, and so people knew about it, but it wasn't like, oh man, we didn't go to school and do Howard the Duck impressions, or, anything.
I hope that.
Related to that. I remember Howard being a little mannish. I remember that. Trying to get his swerve on. It was, I don't think I got the sexualization, because there was so much of that in like movies. When you think of Porky's,
Sexy Time.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. Some woman, unfortunately, always had a top off. There's always some boobs in an 80s movie. And I guess movies in general, but yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like a movie, I feel like clearly a movie like Porky's just simply couldn't work in today. But there were movies that were just like that, like creepy boys or dudes trying to see topless chicks, and that was like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
All the way up to like the last movie I can remember that was sort of like that was American Pie. But I feel like that time has passed. Like I haven't seen or heard of a movie like that since. Have you?
Yeah. Not just the gratuitous boob flashing that was done in the 80s. Not like that. It comes to mind.
Yeah, I have to assume it's because of the widespread availability of the internet. Right? Like once people could just type in a boob and there it is, they're not going to go see the whole movie waiting for it.
Yeah.
Right? So all these writers who were making these movies, I don't know what they go do now.
Well, they don't have to put it in there, because I guess that would be the thing to keep people interested. in the movie, but or at some point, you heard that there was going to be a boob, I guess, and so you're like, I'm going to go see that, and it's gonna that scene is going to come up.
Exactly.
And maybe you sit through the movie waiting for it. I guess I don't know, but yeah.
You guess. Luckily, if you saw this movie, you saw it right at the beginning. It was on duck. It was on a duck when you saw a pair of movies, but they were there right at the beginning of the movie. And I'm pretty sure most people back then when they saw that, they're like, oh man, if they're coming out the gate with this, there's gonna be boobs all over this thing. Those are the beginner boobs, and then we're gonna go straight into human world and see all types of nope. Just duck boobs.
Duck boobs. That was crazy. You had Play Duck. He's looking at pornographic images of a naked duck, and then you have an actual live duck woman in a tub, topless. What's going on?
Somebody was like in a duck suit in a tub, like that's they got the role.
You heard in the previews, like he loves, he likes cigars, a keto, something in sex. What? Why was it necessary to endow that duck with that?
I learned more about him in that trailer than I did from the movie.
Yeah, it's like a lot of like information that we just didn't need. I don't know. I guess it's sort of like to be like a hey, look, he's just like you kind of thing. Like, he likes all the things you like. It's like,
yeah, cigars, a keto.
Yeah, a keto.
27 years old.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Yeah, but definitely that same 80s aesthetic. So I didn't know I was watching a failure. I just thought I was watching some other weird 80s movie.
You were. That is also true.
Yeah,
that is also true.
Yeah.
What about you, Amici?
I had seen this movie in the early 90s. So yeah, I was like youngish, probably, early teens probably. But yeah, like now I hardly remembered anything. Like going back into it, like to watch again, sort of all faded, but I did remember the song at the end, because it's Howard the Duck repeated. Sure, got it. Difficult to forget. Yeah, like watching it again, I was like, what was this? Like, it was just the product of its time, I guess.
What did anything stand out to you about it?
It just seemed like the movie could have been about 30 minutes long instead of an hour and a half. We get to the place where pretty much where the final battle is going to happen, and then we just leave for no reason and just go do a bunch of other stuff while they, I don't know, clean up so we can destroy it again. It was.
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll go through the story again because a lot of stuff happened. But before I do that, I know we're 13 minutes. This is Can't Tell Nothing Show, everybody. In case you didn't realize by now, Can't Tell Nothing Show. Antoine, Amici, Tandy, those are us. John is also a member who's not here today. But we make Can't Tell Nothing an improv group out of Houston, Texas. We use these discussions to fuel improv scenes if we feel so inspired. So we may hop into a scene and do some improv right in front of you, make it up, and then hop back to the discussion. What, Tandy? Is that not it?
Yeah, that's perfect. I got Howard the Duck on the brain. I'm just laughing in my mind and obviously out loud.
Yeah, so for me, going into this brand new, although I have seen 80s movies of this ilk, like I'm familiar with the aesthetic, but it still is very weird to see how people were building movies back then. And this movie in particular, I was confused for probably the first 45 minutes. I don't know. Until the Ferris Bueller dude walks in. I forget his name. Is it Jeffrey Jones? Yeah, Jeffrey Jones. Jeffrey Jones.
Mhm.
Until Jeffrey Jones walked in and like explained what was actually happening, I was very confused as to why anything was happening at all.
Mhm.
So this movie was a mess. The acting was a mess, except for Jeffrey Jones. He was probably the only redeeming actor in this whole movie, and they gave him a freaking tough role. But Leah Thompson, I don't know what she was doing, just a Leah Thompson type thing. The duck, like it's hard. Sure, you're a little dude in the duck costume, and another dude is voicing you, but wasn't doing it for me. Was not being a charismatic protagonist for me. I'm sorry. He just seemed kind of gross. He also looked gross. And yeah, the script.
Another thing about like the size of the duck, like really, the duck could be any size you want it to be, right?
Yes.
But we have to like make him small so he's like not threatening, I guess. But what if he came to our world and he's like 8 feet tall as a duck?
Yeah,
that's a completely different movie.
That is true. He is not the size of a standard duck. He is not the size of a normal person. He is somewhere in the middle for no reason whatsoever. That's just
8 foot Howard the Duck. Yeah, he was too angry to be that tall.
I mean, I guess if we're going by the canon, by the source material,
okay,
the character he is based on is about that tall. Sure.
Okay.
For those who don't know, like I said, this is a Marvel character. There were comics. Comics of this bird. Let me see if I can share a little image search. Yeah, there were comics based on Howard, who, from my research, started off as a sort of throwaway character in a comic and then kind of became his own thing.
Eat my glove. Oh, baby.
Doesn't it look like Donald Duck?
Too much. I understand the problem. Yeah, especially
when Disney had a problem. Yeah,
when he's wearing that blue. Oh, come on, that's Donald right there. They were really pushing it. They should have got some cease and desist orders. Some of that. It looks like Angry Donald, and now I'm wondering if I saw some Howard the Duck and thought it was Donald back then. Was I duped into thinking? Because Donald didn't he have a comic book? Maybe not in America, but I know in other countries.
Yeah, probably.
They had there was some comics. So what is it? I'm just so angry that he has not angry. You can make anything you want to make, but why is he just washed up and angry? But I guess maybe a lot of Marvel characters are. But he's a duck. What's he in his duck world? What's he so angry about? I can understand him.
You heard the trailer. He doesn't have fulfillment. He has everything but fulfillment, I think was the word they used. Holy crap. But yeah, so let's hop into it. So this movie opens up. You see this like in a trailer, you see this duck coming home, apparently tired from his day. They do a little bit of world building to show that there are other ducks, and this is like a duck world sort of thing. It's even called Duck World. And he sits down in his lounger, opens up a play duck. I guess it's about to settle in for his evening, and then out of nowhere, for no seeming reason whatsoever, he gets sucked out, lounger and all, through the walls of his apartment into space, through space for a good 2 minutes, and then it's thrown into Cleveland, Ohio, on Human World. And once he gets there, it goes nuts because there's like gangs and bikers and people being assaulted, and he's just like running around between it, bouncing around, getting thrown around. He ends up hiding in a trash can. Leah Thompson, who is a rocker chick, since the show is leaving her through an alley, starts to get assaulted by these Broadway gangsters, and he hops out and does quack foo on them, is I believe what it's called, and takes them all out. Pause.
The karate was pitiful. I'm sorry, but there's no action. If there was action in the movie, but this was not it. This is not the action. If somebody said this is an action, an action feature film, this was not. That first part wasn't it. It happened later. But
what was wrong with the action?
No, the quack food. It was
Wait, what did the trailer say? He is it Aikido or something?
The trailer said Aikido.
Aikido.
So then, why is it quack food?
The movie called it quack food.
No wonder it was so bad. It was doing the wrong thing.
He wasn't even doing what he was trained to do.
We cut to a karate class. Excuse me, Master Antoine. Listen, I've been coming here for 3 weeks. When am I going to be able to get my first belt, man? You're supposed to be teaching.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
I know you've been saying that, and I have a cousin that's taking karate from another master across town. He's already set for his belts. I mean, he already knows moves. All I'm doing over here is watering your plants and washing your car.
Yeah, all of that factors in. All of that factors in, Dandy. You see, I don't teach you how to attack a human being, an assailant. I don't teach you how to karate chop someone in the neck. I teach you how to approach the world. These are new lenses to view anything you do. It can be used to defend yourself. It can be used to water my plant. It can be used to wash my car. It could be used to save someone's life. All of this is important. All of it is united. Do you see?
How am I gonna save somebody's life with the skill of going up the street to the pizza joint on the corner and picking up your food order and bringing it back here to the dojo, man? Come on. How's that gonna help me save somebody's life?
Is that what you want to do? What you've learned here? Save lives?
Well, you just said that. I mean, yeah, save lives, learn some moves. I want to be able to protect myself. I want to be able to know that if something happens, I have my body is a weapon.
Tandy, I'm glad you said that. I've been teaching this class for 3 weeks, waiting for somebody to speak up, to answer the call, and you just did it. Come with me to the back room.
Oh, that's it. I just had to complain. Okay.
All right. You see this? Look around you. Look around you.
Mm-hmm.
This is quack fu. This is a forbidden art.
What?
Completely illegal if used incorrectly. But in the right hands, a powerful weapon that can save lives. If you look at these tapestries here, you'll see the different moves, all done by ducks.
Oh, by ducks, yeah. Man,
all done by ducks. That's where the skill set was gleaned from. Masters of the art studied ducks in their natural environment and found a way to unite that with a human element to form quack fu, and realized this was the ultimate martial art.
Wow.
This is what you'll be learning. This is what you use to save lives.
Good.
You'll also right here. You'll also have to wear this duck bill on your face the whole time.
Just
that way, no one will know who you are.
It's a little unusual, man, but I'm ready. I'm ready, Master. I want to learn this art. I want to.
And so we cut into a montage where Tandy is doing different sorts of flapping motions, different duck walks. She's like, quanking like an amateur at first, but then gains more confidence with her quack and starts to sound just like a duck. And she starts breaking boards, and she starts running on water and swimming like a professional, like she can dive deeper than any human you've ever seen. Tandy,
Yes, master.
you're ready. If you could just cut that down just a little bit, you're ready. I can't teach you anything, but the city needs you.
Yes, master.
So I want you to go out there. Yeah, go out there, be a quack fu master. Let people know that quack fu is the way of the future. Is the way to save lives.
One of the things we haven't gone over is you said that it's illegal if it's used incorrectly. We never talked about how it can be used incorrectly.
Well, you're not going to use it incorrectly, right? You're going to follow all the tapestries, everything that we taught. You're not going to do anything that we didn't cover, are you?
I don't plan to, but I just
you haven't been doing any sort of side study, any sort of independent learning, right? You haven't done that?
I did look up a couple of things about quack
fu. Quack fu is like a dark pond on the surface, calm and serene. But when you dive into the depths, you can get lost.
Oh no. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep it right here. You're right. I won't. I'll just take what you taught me and I'll into the city.
And all she goes into the city, kind of walking along, duckbill in her jacket pocket, waiting for anyone who might need her help. And suddenly she hears a young rocker man being assaulted in a back alley.
Hey, give me that back. Give me that back.
No. You give me your wallet, or I'll slap you.
Quack.
The hell was that?
I don't know.
Is that a bird?
Take this, you feathered fiend.
Wait, who's feathered? Am I feathered?
Yeah,
or is this person feathered? Is that a duck face?
That's what you're supposed to say when you're attacking your opponent. I've never really attacked a human before. Take this, you skinned fiend.
She hits him with some sort of winged hand and then pecks him in the eye. What the heck, you freak! You freak! Runs off through the alley.
Get out of here! Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you. You saved me. The guy was trying to steal my wallet.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. When you take your wallet and you go home to safety, I'm out here patrolling the streets, keeping everybody safe with my quack fu. Have you ever heard of it?
Quack fu? Oh, yeah. I thought that was illegal.
Help! Anyone?
Oh, someone else is called for help.
I gotta go.
Help!
Okay.
My baby! She's stuck in a tree.
Oh wow! Let me try to climb a little bit.
Something?
I'm gonna try something. I can't quite. Oh, my wings won't let me grip, and my feet are webbed.
What sort of freak are you? My baby needs help.
Do you think your baby can fall down on their own? I can certainly help catch
fall
them.
Down. No, my baby. I don't want my baby to fall. I want someone to save my baby.
I can't use my human powers. You don't understand. I'm bound by quack fu to use quack fu to save people. If I use my own human limbs in their form, then who am I? I'm not really that helpful.
Okay, it sounds like you're having some sort of existential crisis right now. My baby's and scene.
Suck me through some walls. Maybe that's it. As soon as you have an existential crisis, if you're okay with the status quo, you get to stay in your world. But as soon as you're like, this is not working, you're out.
You gotta go learn something. Yep.
You're in some other world where things are worse for you, and you can't get back home, right?
Not until you've learned self-fulfillment can you get back home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think. Did he learn it?
No.
All he did was help people. all he did, he helped people in a situation that. No, he didn't really cause it, but yeah, I mean, I guess he helped people that. He's very narcissistic as well.
Yeah. So after Howard defended Leah Thompson, and she I laugh because they kind of have the inner, oh my god, you're a duck, and like blah blah blah, whatever, right? Anyway, she's cool with it, but he's clearly homeless. Like he just seems to be all alone. It starts raining. He looks cold in the rain, and he's like, he's a duck. He'll be fine.
He is built for water. What are we doing?
But Lee's like, why don't you come to my apartment? And she invites this alien duck into her home where she lives by herself, and lets him stay the night. And even in that first night, even though he's a weird alien duck, when he's sleeping, there's a little glint that she has a romantic interest in this, this feathered thing.
Oh gosh, a man wrote that.
And she even goes into his wallet and like looks through it, and she finds like his cards and finds like a picture of him like posing with two like girl ducks on the beach, and then even an unwrapped condom in his wallet. I don't know why it's unwrapped. That gets me more than anything. But
that's just how they come in Duck World.
They don't need a rapper in Duck World. Why do you guys need rappers? And she like looks at it, and then there's like that gleam again, like, oh, okay.
But it's the teeny tiniest condom, which should not make you go, ooh. It's there to be like, ooh. Let me put this back. I've invaded your privacy, sir. Excuse me.
But yeah,
it's like the little finger, the little thing you roll on your finger.
It does look like that.
Why would they do that to me?
You should have popped out some sort of duck magnum. Is that what you should have?
No, I'm just saying.
Mag duck.
It could have been the joke. It's like he's little, but he's packing. But they made everything like proportional to where he was.
Yeah, I think it probably would have been better if they had the whole drop down thing, right? Like
right. Yeah. And even considering like ducks they don't have there's no penis or vagina. But I mean, they don't have breasts either. That's me trying to make sense out of this. But,
shout out to John saying it looked used. Looked like he just like squished it back together.
I'm just gonna roll this back.
So some miles on this thing. Holy shit. But yeah, that's the first night. The next day, she takes him to a scientist friend that she has, inexplicably, for no reason. And he is probably the worst character in this whole movie. Like, he is the dumbest dude in a science jacket, in a lab coat you've ever seen.
He probably calls it a science.
He probably calls it a science jacket.
Science jacket.
on an intelligent individual with the lab coat. On him, it's a science jacket.
It's a science
where
jacket.
he does science. Played by Tim Robbins. And this dude, again, oh my God, it's a talking duck, and he does all sorts of just random things at it. For some reason, he thinks it has superpowers and then tells it to use the superpowers. The duck just makes fun of him, walks out. Duck and Leah Thompson have a fight. They go separate ways, right? And the duck's like, I should go get a job. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. And then he goes to the what's it called? The unemployment office, where he meets your mom's favorite scene, right?
Yes. All black people cheered twice in this movie. One when Leah Thompson's bandmate Holly Robinson Pete appeared. We're like, hey, did we know her back then? Not sure, but we were excited. And then the second was the hard, tough black woman who made it to the preview. You see,
sure did.
They were memeing back then. She had her meme caricature image where she's gonna find him a job. What was it? I'm gonna find your little ass a job. Whatever you is. Oh Lord. You just see that. I don't know if I would say that, but we need you to make it, funny, So she says that. But yeah, my mother, I guess she watched the whole movie. I can't say for sure, but she loved that scene. She's like, that's right. Somebody black gonna find a job. You ain't getting out of work. Everybody gotta work. You're gonna find it. Don't care if you a duck, if you 3 feet tall, it's something for you to do. You're gonna get a job.
That's impressive. And she does. She finds him a job that day.
Yeah. I don't know how without like a social security card or anything. Just this little duck walks into a job.
we cut to an unemployment office. Hey, Tandy, I don't know how to say this. Well, hey, you're excellent, right? You're excellent at what you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
If anything, I feel like you might be too good. A couple of your recent people who've gotten employed, or I say people, but I shouldn't even use that word because a lot of these individuals aren't people, beings.
They're beings, yes.
Right. So you've employed them in different jobs, and I'm looking at the paperwork and I'm realizing these are not humans. You got a dog employed at a supermarket.
Yeah.
You got a bat employed at the library.
Yes.
You got a lemon tree employed at a local playground. I don't even know how you did that. You can't do these aren't people. They don't have addresses. They don't have mailboxes. There's nowhere to give them a paycheck on a bank account. Why would you be giving these things jobs?
You see that sign on the wall there? It says there is no barrier to finding a job and starting your life today. I live by that mantra, Mr. Antoine. I live by that. Wow. Beings come in here, or people may ask me to go out and help them if they can't physically get into my office.
Yeah.
Help them get jobs, and I do that.
I've heard you made a few house calls. Yeah.
You are absolutely that lemon tree couldn't make it in here at all. But I went to his home.
The park? The park it was originally at?
Yes. I went to his home at the park and talked to him about what skills he had, or at least made an assessment. And I was able to get that lemon tree that job at another park so quick.
Excuse me, sorry. I know this is gonna be weird. You can see me against the wall. I'm Mr. Antoine's shadow.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've been thinking about making a career move myself.
Wait. What? What's going on right now? You trying to employ my shadow? It's my shadow. I've had you all my life.
Yeah. Your shadow looks like he wants another job. Go ahead, talk, shadow. Tell me a little bit about it.
Just feeling a little bit unfulfilled.
Yes.
Like I could be doing more. And just sort of being in this room.
I feel like we should have had a conversation first. Then not even give me a chance. Like we can do more.
Shadow, do you have a resume?
No,
you don't have anything. No, but I've watched you here. You've been doing a really great job shadowing Antoine. I see how you're keeping up precisely with his moves. Almost didn't know you were there. So I mean, to me, that's a sign. And there's no barrier to your gaining employment here in this office.
Thank you. Yeah, when you said that, I knew that I had to say, I'd speak up and say something now, or I'll be stuck in a unfulfilling position for the rest of my life.
I've got the perfect position for you. They're filming a movie down on 6th Street, and there's going to be a lot of outdoor work. They're gonna need some shadows out there.
I have a secret dream of being in the movies. You're gonna give it to my.
They don't need you. They need shadows. All right. They've got actors. They've got humans, but shadows not enough. I want you to take this
come with their own shadows.
Okay, thank you.
Some actors don't have good shadows. Go ahead, son.
Yeah. Well, Antoine, thank you. I'm gonna get on out of here. Good luck.
We cut to the movie set where Shadow's walking onto set. Hey, you that Shadow we got a call about? Great,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're
Right.
just in time. You're just in time. We're actually about to shoot the shadow boxing scene. Do you do your own stunts?
Yeah. I can. Well,
Fantastic.
yeah, I can. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So you see this like Sylvester Stallone looking dude over here? That's who you're going to be acting with. He's going to be training. He's going to be in a montage, being throwing punches at his shadow. You're just going to be taking. He's going to be
Okay.
actually punching the wall you're on.
Is that Sylvester Stallone or just a Sylvester Stallone looking dude?
You know what? That is Sylvester Stallone. That is actually him.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, my first role is a pretty big actor. Okay.
Yeah. This is an important scene. This is him training for his big fight. So we really need you to just be there taking the hits, but not reacting at all, right? Because you're a shadow. So you just kind of match his punches, but he's gonna be punching the wall you're on.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
It's not gonna hurt, right?
I don't know.
It's
You're a shadow. How do I know? I'm a human. You just do shadow things. I don't know. And he goes up there, and they call action. The special starts punching. He's not holding back. There's even cracks in the wall where he's hitting it. The shadow is filling everything. Cut. What is going on? Shadow, you're supposed to be matching these punches. You're over here reacting, not looking like a shadow at all. What's going on?
He's throwing some seriously heavy punches. I'm taking a damage here.
Taking damage? You're a shadow. What? People step on you all the time.
And I don't like it. I don't like that either. This, I feel pain. I have feelings. I may just be a shadow, but I'm still a being. I still have worth, and I learned that today at the unemployment office.
I asked for a shadow expert. Now you're gonna give me shadow, or so help me, I'm gonna turn this damn light on.
We cut to the crafts table for the shadows. You got a black eye, don't you, son?
Yeah, you can see it, right?
I can see it. I know. I'm a shadow. I know.
Yeah, they think I'm complaining about nothing. Yeah.
Listen, you got to join the union, son. You came out here all loosey goosey. That's why they keep getting shadows from the employment office, because us unionized shadows, we're not taking that, man. We're not taking those kinds of roles.
We ain't taking that.
We're not. Yeah. Wanted me to stand on the cliff while Danny Glover decided he was gonna take his life and wanted me to fall off the cliff just like Danny Glover. Well, he got a stunt double. I fell down, broke both of my legs.
Oh,
wow.
Joined the union right after that.
They wanted me to do, you know how in some movies you see a character get stabbed, but you only see the silhouette of it happening? They wanted me to be that silhouette. They want to actually stab me with a shadow sword.
Wow. Well, why do they think that we don't feel pain?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. We're with them their whole lives, right? Right by them, right under them, every step of the way. And they acting like we don't feel anything.
What do they think, man? I don't even know how. I guess because we so quiet, we've been so quiet for so long. They thought that stuff that they didn't hurt us. But that's why we speaking up, man. That's why we got this union going. So, you could do what you want to do, but I recommend you join the union, the shadow union.
The shadow.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm joining the shadow union.
Good, man. Good. We're gonna get some protections around here. So he comes back to the the lady from the employment office comes down to the set. I'm looking for Antoine Shadow. Oh, there you are, Antoine Shadow. Yeah, I got word that you're not in this film anymore. You joined the union and you're not working.
Yeah, I'm in the shadow union now.
Until they pay you shadow union wages.
So, but yeah, I got lots of great protections. I have access to the craft table. I can eat as much as I want there, and I'm just not being oppressed anymore. So that's good.
Listen, I have a perfect record down there. I'm known for getting everybody a job that comes into my office, and you are making me look bad with this union. So what I'm gonna need you to do, I'm gonna need you to let that union go and get to work, son. I found a job for you, whatever in the hell you is, and I expect that you're gonna do that job.
It's just getting punched in the face by, Sylvester Stallone just wasn't for me. I mean, have you tried that line of work? It's not fun.
No, I haven't tried that line of work. Maybe that is something that I should do. Just try to go through and see what you experience and see what that would do for me and why you wouldn't want to do this kind of work. Who's your boss here? Let me go and tell him.
The director's over there.
I'm gonna stand in.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hey.
Yeah. I represent the shadow that you had working, Mr. Yeah. Well,
can you get this dude to do something, please?
Yeah, he's not gonna do the role, but I am willing to stand in because I guarantee that everybody I help get a job is gonna keep that job. If that means that I have to come down here and work for him, then I'm ready.
You want to be Sylvester Stallone's shadow?
Yes, sir.
What you don't really look like a shadow, but we need to make this movie, so maybe we'll just fix it in post. Just go over there, stand by the wall. She goes over there and they start doing the scene, and she's matching punch for punch with Sylvester Stallone. She's actually keeping up. She even gets to punch in on Sylvester himself. He gets carried away with it. Whoa. Who is this? Who is this? Sylvester, stand back. Who is this?
Yeah, I was ready for him. All right, come on.
And scene. So he gets a job in a bathhouse, which is essentially some sort of brothel or something, like just people getting it on everywhere, all over it. And he's like getting towels or something. I don't know, but at one point there's like, I forget what exactly. I think he like starts smoking or something, and the guy has a problem with it. I forget exactly what caused their confrontation, but his boss gets mad at him, tells him to unplug a bath, and even though some people were already in there getting it on, and he's like, I can't swim, and he's like, I don't care. I asked for a water expert, and he throws him right in there to do it. Craziness, madness. Completely unnecessary. Had no bearing on the story whatsoever. Had nothing to do with anything. But he got a job. Goes to a bar. It's duck hunting season, by the way. He realizes that on some TVs, but that actually does come back later in the movie. But goes to a bar, sees Leah Thompson, hears about some sleazy managers she has, ends up getting a bar fight with them, beats them all with quack fu. And Leah Thompson takes him home again. And here's where you see the scene from the trailer where they start getting a little freaky. All right, and this scene is very uncomfortable. This scene is awkward. This scene is it actually makes Leah Thompson the one being the initiator.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of against his, like, he didn't want to do it. he was visibly uncomfortable with the whole prospect. But just before they started getting down and duckly with it, in walks Jeffrey Jones and Tim Robbins and some other dude who was, I don't even know if he had a name. But they come in to essentially explain what's going on. To anybody just joining, we're talking about Howard the Duck. Yes. Everybody, the movie, we saw it recently, and we just kind of dissected it right now because it is a cluster. We're almost done with this episode, and we haven't even made it to what is actually happening in this movie.
Just like the movies, just like 80s movies, man. Just like 80s movies.
I'll try to pick it up a bit, but Jeffrey Jones comes in and says, "Hey, we're working on a big device. we made a mistake, plucked you out of your world, threw you in ours. We may be able to send you back, right? Come with us. They go down to the lab. It's a mess. Thing exploded. People are burnt, running around. Duck's like, is this gonna slow down my flight? What's going on? The Duck doesn't care about anyone, by the way.
No,
like he barely cares about the Leah Thompson character. He doesn't give a damn about a single other human out there. But when it explodes, apparently they brought in another alien who is the overlord of the dark. What was it? Do you remember?
Was he the Dark Overlord?
The Dark Overlord.
Yes.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
Of the universe. Who inhabits Jeffrey Jones's body. And just kind of hangs out for a while. Like to go for a drive. They go to a diner.
Driving. He's
he's the overlord of driving.
18-wheeler.
He's like the Dark Overlord, but I need like a good 3 hours before I'm actually powered up. I need to just kind of chill out for a little bit, and then I'll become powerful.
That was such the 80s theme though, man. It has to be like some trip, like some cross country. Somebody's got to drive, and then there's got to be like a cop chase in some place. It, very much that formula.
What do you think is the deal with driving in the 80s? Why is everybody trying to drive somewhere?
I think that had to be in a movie because well, one good thing about it is that we get to see cars from that time. So when we look back at old movies, we say, hey, that was a Chrysler, blah, blah, blah. And that I don't know. Maybe that was maybe you got a chance to test out whatever film equipment you use in a moving vehicle or for moving vehicle. And it was like the newest equipment. And so we had to do it.
Well, yeah, it was also like a good sort of they could do it better than they could in the past, and it's like a good transition from place to place. Like, okay, now we're just in the car talking about whatever the place we're going to go to next, rather than just we're here and now we're here. Like we actually see like a sort of bit of a transition now, and then you can crash the cars and stuff, and do weird things in the cars. So yeah, why not?
Maybe. Talking about a trope that is also, I think, possibly dying out is the sort of road trip-esque movie, right? Like, I feel like there was a bunch of them back in the day, and there were a good amount, even in the early aughts. Are We There Yet comes to mind.
Yeah.
Road Trip, Euro Trip. Watched Midnight Run the other day. It's a good movie.
Oh, man, that's a great... Every time I think of a road trip movie, that comes to mind.
Midnight Run's really good. The Nero flick. Planes, Trains, Automobiles.
Vacation.
Yeah, lots of vacation movies.
Yeah.
Rat Race. Also a good one.
Yes.
You haven't seen Rat Race? You got to see Rat Race.
If I have,
it has like 13 notable names in it.
Yeah. So kind of like Cannonball. Yeah, like Cannonball Run. Burt Reynolds, was that? Maybe.
I haven't seen Cannonball Run. Probably.
So just, those kinds of tens of thousands of stars in the movie, and there's some kind of race, or there's something. Okay, got it.
It seems like there's less of those these days, right? Like, what are those dying out too? Why?
Yes, like, well, what more can you do? Like, you got to put like a new. Yeah, what's the new twist you can put on those movies? I got to get to this place because of for blank. I got to do this for what's a new cool reason to be sort of taking a road trip or doing something like that.
Or what race or competition requires different people to say, oh, I want to join that, and we're gonna drive, and there, what? Because you can Zoom now. I mean, you don't even have to go anywhere. You can just, you can talk to people all over the place.
It's like when people are like, how many movies would be completely like wouldn't happen if people had cell phones, right? There's so many movies that only occur because people weren't able to instantly talk to somebody and they weren't able to straighten things out.
Yeah, but this one, man. But talk about your boy with his great acting though. That's one of the highlights.
As the Dark Overlord?
Yeah, that transformation.
Yeah, so as he gets what's the word? I don't even know the word right now. Search for the P. But as his alien is taking over his body, possessed by this alien, he's like, his brain appears to be melting within his own head, and he is acting like hard, like he is like, but he's also driving. He has to drive. He has to sort of do this and also drive a vehicle in the movie, and he's doing his damnedest, let me tell you. And then when it actually starts taking over, he has to speak like this for the entire movie. This is how he talks for the rest of the movie. And and his body is like deteriorating. His hair is getting crazy. He looks a mess. He looks like he is dying.
And his superpower is just shooting electrical lights. Horribly. Is it CGI? I don't know what's happening. But this, he's got that Last Dragon glow. So he's looking like the Last Dragon. And that was the very 80s. And and he's got not lasers, but like bolts, lightning bolts, electricity. From his fingertips. That's it.
Yeah, I think he could do some sort of telekinesis thing sometimes. He did like an eye laser thing to that cop that one time.
Yeah. He has some powers.
I mean, he's supposed to be like most powerful being in the universe, right? But he didn't seem all that bad. But yeah, just to make a long, overly long movie short, he takes over that body. They need to make it back to the lab. He takes Leah Thompson because they need a host for his buddies who are coming. So we get back to the lab to bring his buddies back. The Duck is also trying to get back to the lab with Tim Robbins in a overly long police chase with some sort of flying plane thing. It just went on for like 20 minutes. I don't know. It didn't. I have to think about movies.
He stops to attack some duck hunters.
The duck hunters, exactly. That they foreshadowed.
That was super important to him. That was super important to him. Even though the universe is under threat, he had to stop and attack some duck hunters.
Dive bomb like
teach him a lesson.
15 duck hunters.
Yeah, that was so. And we had developed like no sympathy for him, no real emotional connection for that to even pay off. It's not like, Howard, you show him. Nobody who cared, that he blew off these duck hunters. There's nothing. There was no investment in him whatsoever. There was no enough development of the character for us to be like, Howard.
We cut to a detective's office. All right, Antoine Shadow. The reason we brought you in here, the reason we needed someone for this job, we needed a shadow for this job. And we asked the unemployment office, and they said, you were the shadow for the job if we paid the union appropriately.
Okay.
We need someone to take down the Dark Duck. Out of nowhere, some sort of duck freak has been roaming the streets trying to help people, but it's really just freaking people out. People are scared. They don't want to go out at night.
I saw that on the news the other night. Yeah.
Kids don't want to play outside. They're worried the duck's going to get them. Some duck hunters complained.
There's more babies getting stuck in trees and stuff.
Oddly enough, more babies have been stuck in trees. It rarely happened before, but now it seems to be happening all the time. And we think the Dark Duck's connected. But we haven't been able to get near him. So we were thinking maybe someone from the shadow realm would be able to help here.
Okay. I can try some things. So like, what do you want to do? Just roam downtown and
Yeah, we got a few bars and usually rock bars that we thinks he or she hangs out at. And
Okay.
if you could maybe just infiltrate them, see if you can get any sort of leads. If you can't take down the duck itself, we'll gladly back you up.
Take down the duck myself.
Yeah, we're looking at your resume. You did some boxing with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, that's
I still have a black
impressive.
eye from that. From that. Oh, you can't see
tell.
it? I guess you know the shadow. You can't see it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a detective. I'm pretty good. Anyway,
it's just if I'm gonna sort of be running around downtown, maybe bumping into this crazy duck. Shouldn't I take some self-defense classes or something first? I need to learn to defend myself.
Now, what are your shadow? What's the duck gonna do to you? What's the duck gonna do to you?
I could get seriously hurt, and then you'll have a dead shadow in your hands. You don't want that. I don't want that.
I see a lot of dead things. Dead shadow is one of them that I've come across. So, you'd be the first.
Okay. All right.
Look, are you in to help people or not? All right, we got scared babies in trees right now.
I forgot about scared babies in trees. Yes, I'm in to help. I'll do what I can.
And so he goes whatever his version of undercover is, and tries to hits a few bars, overhears a few conversations, and gets a sort of lead on where this duck hangs out. Actually, the duck hangs out in sort of the green room of this rock band she started managing, and he makes his way to the green room.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20. Is everybody's payment here? Got all the money. And
excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
You that duck.
Yes.
You look like that duck.
Yes.
The one that's being.
Tandy looks very duck-like at this point. So like she has feathers. She has the bill doesn't come off anymore.
I leaned in. I was human once, but the transformation is now complete. I am full on duck. And how can I help you, sir?
I was actually here to stop you, but it looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Oh, well, yeah. I got this room fixed up here. Like I said, got myself all together. Now there's no mistaking. I am the duck. And yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Oh, wow. Yeah. What line of work are you in? Are you looking for employment or something? Need a job?
Yeah. I'm in the Shadow Union. And
the
currently,
yeah,
we're working with the police. Supposed to bring you to justice, actually. But now that I see that you're kind of like me, but you're sort of ahead. I'm trying to get myself together, just like you've got yourself together. I feel a little bad about sort of ending this life for you.
Let me take a look at this. Take a look at this card here in my wallet. Let me take my. Oh, sorry, that's just a small duck condom there.
Oh,
look at this card.
Okay.
This card says, "When you see someone in need, help them. That's what your purpose is." And I live by this card, so I'm gonna help you out, Shadow. I got a tip for you. There's a teacher, a kung fu teacher I know, who is really his skills aren't as good as they used to be. So he just needs someone to practice with, something to kind of build him up. So take this card and go down to 6th Street and help old Master Antoine out. He needs someone to help build his skills. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Okay, so what you'll start doing is you'll be watering this plant over here.
Okay. That's it. When do I learn the cool stuff? The fighting
stuff.
Yeah,
fighting. This is all connected. This is all you see. The thing about Shatner and scene, and that is a can't tell us nothing show. Everybody, there's still more of that movie that we didn't share. I don't know. If we'll ever do a part 2. Maybe if John wants to next time he's on. But we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you so much, everybody.
With this Prince ripoff song, you will never convince me that they did not steal this song from Prince and or The Time. Listen it. Dun, 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 dun. Listen. Let's go crazy.
There's a lot of 80s movies that ended with some sort of song. As well. Like characters rocking out. But yeah, that's how we're ending today. So see y'all in 2 Tuesdays from now.
I promise, Prince.